That man that you saw in the far end there is, of course, Pepe. He's going to be telling us, was Franco fouled in the box or outside the box? And once we know that, why did the referee not call it as a penalty? Instead, put it as a free kick just outside the box. When we go to him a little bit later on. But in the studio with me, as per usual, I need you for this match. It's an important one. Dr. Kumalo comes in to join us. And largely because a big part of our conversation is about Kaizer Chiefs this evening. Big breaking news as well. Dumisani Zuma, you heard what happened there. And when you look at Kaizer Chiefs in their last game, you ask yourself, where was Ngobo in that game? So we'll go into all the details about Kaizer Chiefs. And Manoka Makaya, Pumusa Manente is also here to reflect on Orlando Pirates' loss just a couple of hours ago. He'll be telling us how he feels about that. He says it's still fresh. I need to leave it alone. But we'll go into it. Go ahead, Gitye. Welcome to it, it's a soccer zone. So I'm going to knock him down and down. Here's the first one here, Togi. Jomo gone from professional football, which is of course the PSL, the DSTV, as well as Played Africa. He's been relegated to the lower divisions.
Yeah, speaking of Andile Ubabugeli, Nabalandili between Soccerzone. You know, so fun about it. Batila relegated, but ngathi kune boardroom matters ezingaka solve. Kwa ngathi uba Matselela ube nenkinga nyana naminye imidlalo. So bona ngokwabo bathi abakahambi mabesho. Kodwa abaka release statement. Sesikuzwe nje lokho la kuma corridor.
Sad one that such history gone from South African football. And this is the latest one, breaking as well, of course, because Orlando Pirates just finishing and wrapping up their game about an hour ago now with TS Galaxy. They've lost that match.
A disappointing performance by Orlando Pirates away from home. Songwani getting the goal for TS Galaxy. It lifts them up away from that relegation zone for now until the other teams play their catch-up game. This is how the goal happened. The ball that is played in behind the defense. APGL misjudges the bounce of the ball and gives an opportunity for Mbata to then go behind the defense, cut the ball back to Songwani, who puts the ball in the back of the net. When you look at it, Orlando Pirates missed a couple of 2-3 good chances before Mbata was able to score to give the assist for Songwani to score. A disappointing performance for Orlando Pirates and their followers and their faithfuls.
And this was a grudge match, of course, because of what happened between TS Galaxy and Orlando back when they played their first one. But this is it. This is the biggest breaking story. Yona ndabe kunya wonke umuntu lo. Umfana oshaya igoli.
Yes.
Loqala nqa. Ekhaya, Kaizer Chiefs. And the important thing there when it comes to Kaizer Chiefs have suspended Dumisani Zuma again.
Yeah.
Kwenzakalani?
Okokuqala angithi siyakhumbula ukuthi kube nenkinga le yokuthi waboshwa. And then nakhona wathola ukuthi no, it was probably drinking and driving and along those lines. But the matter was taken to DC and then it was resolved. Mabati again. So kushuthi uhlale 10 months uzuma angadlali. Yes, bambeke nje kuma ice. But then njengoba ebuyile was wakora the first goal. Nami ngimangele I thought ukuthi no, you know, kuzo zonke ilontuza ama mistakes awayenzile. Ula azobona khona ukuthi yazi let me grab this opportunity.
Le mistake ayenzile manje.
Leyo qala le bebathi le manje abakakhipha statement ukuthi kwenzakaleni.
Now was
I think it's just disappointing for Zuma having you waited so long to come back to the Kaizer Chiefs team. He comes back with a bang, with him scoring the goal. The first goal that Chiefs score at home in 2022. Yeah. I thought he would look forward to pushing on from there. But it's disappointing to say it is alleged that it has to do with discipline issues when he went to training. And that's the disappointing part because the talent that...
What about the discipline?
The talent...
What is being alleged by the discipline?
I'm saying the amount of raw talent that he has. I'm disappointed.
Right, staying away from it as well, obviously, clearly. Everybody's staying away from it, but you don't have to stay away from our MVP. This man here, Rolando Mukwena, says he should be one of the men of the season, players of the season, when we look at our MVP, Andy Lejali.
Best midfielder in the PSL. For me, I say Andy Lejali is in the top 10 midfielders. We're also looking at Undlondlo, that is very important. Roda Mulauzi also becomes a very important member in the ladies' football.
Vote Andy Lechali, Roda Mulauzi, Philip Ndlondlo. Which one are you going with? It's Soccerzone for sure. Soccerzone and SABC Sport on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. There. Who is your most valuable player this week? Those are your options. All right, today we're going to be looking at this week as it was, of course, as far as the DSTV Premiership concerned. If you look right there, no, wait, right there is your question that we put up on Twitter as a topic. What do you think of a local coach with the Soweto Derby? Are they good enough? What has history told you? What is that old age saying that we hear Kaiser once said? What's you know, Kaiser? About local coach, South African coaches of Chiefs?
From what I've heard, no local coach can coach Kaiser Chiefs.
Do you agree?
To some extent, it looks like it because we've seen to have proven it right in so many cases. Because yes, of course, foreign coaches they do come, but also the local coaches were given an opportunity. But that's what he said.
The most successful coach in the PSL is Peter Msimani. He's South African. Mamelodi Sundowns have won the league 5 times, back-to-back, local coaches.
We're going to take a very quick break. You can have your say on it as we put the topic out there, and I'd love to see some of you, and we'll read them. You know how on game day you just want to have your feet up and catch all the action. Making the pots happen is the last thing on your mind. Well, Debonair's Pizza agrees, and they say on game day, the pots must rest. Rather order on the double pizzas with an exclusive delivery deal. That's 2 large pizzas from a choice of 6 flavors for just 159.90 cents. Debonair's Pizza. Try something amazing.
Next on Mobango.
Nena guguro tatvaliso la munyanya washo ineva Friday yebegida.
I'm done with you guys.
I understand. Okay, ngiyaqonda. I really do.
Ngicela fanele amaphoyisa. Yeah.
Mobango, Monday to Friday at 9.
I want to have a premarital talk to them and with them about marriage and money. So debt is expensive. There's good debt and there's bad debt.
This is for the long run.
Oh no.
Well, both of us actually are learning to be a bit more open with each other.
Mara, you are using Mama's money to maintain your extravagant lifestyle.
We're going to examine where you guys are violating each other's boundaries.
Sunday, 7:30 on 2.
She's a crime writer.
Okay, but the old man must be killed tonight.
Yeah, well, the price has gone up. 25 grand cash.
And murder follows.
Except I'm talking about a plot to kill someone. I just heard it on the phone.
Wherever she goes.
Are you a reporter?
Crime is my beat. Murder my specialty.
She thinks there's going to be a murder here in Cabot Cove. Cabin fever. Had to happen.
She writes about it.
His gun was used to kill Mr. Talmadge.
It's very incriminating.
And she solves it. But now, nosy Jessica finds herself in danger.
Is that your solution? To kill me?
Murder, She Wrote, Monday to Friday at 2.
Please note that the official date for analog television switch-off is the 31st of March 2022. If you're still watching television through an aerial, please take the following steps to continue watching your favorite programs on the SABC. Buy a digital tuner for your analog TV set and get connected. Buy any digital television decoder, either satellite or digital terrestrial, and get connected. Buy a smart television and connect through an aerial. If you can't afford any of the above, please contact your nearest post office for more information on how to connect. For more information, please WhatsApp 0600 625 458 or call 0860 736 832.
It was another I blew it moment for Amakhosi as Golden Arrows came back from a goal down to secure a 2-1 victory. As in Bofana zitheleke phakathi kuqala, a quick and well executed transition moment. Ipumago Rama yabanjwa ngumshini ethola uLeonardo Castro nolibekele kahle uKhama Billy at 7 goals and counting this season. On the hour mark, Arrows came back with a different approach and their pressing traps were rewarded as they circled Umapaloba and Sponiso Tongo while he found the equalizer. Arrows then took the lead for the first time in this encounter 5 minutes from full time. This was when the Chiefs' defense had failed to deal with the free kick on the near post, and it was the substitute Michael Gomete who pounced to head past Brandon Peterson. Aige imdlalo yasenkantolo yahamba kanjalo, yahamba namanzi. Orlando Pirates missed an opportunity to close the gap and edge closer to the CAF Champions League second spot when they were held to a goalless draw by Chippa United. Uterritus Vugamanje uthole ithuba lokubeka amabhakania phambili nje uqala umdlalo kodwa ezikampengezi zavala kwanzima esigodini. Then it was the Cameroonian striker Benvenu Ivanga whose proposed move to Kaizer Chiefs is reportedly off, while he was unfortunate to have his powerful header brilliantly saved by Ofori. Coming to this game, all Mamelodi Sundowns needed was just a point to clinch their record 5th consecutive DStv Premiership title, and it was in the bag as they were held to a goalless draw by Cape Town City in front of their passionate fans at Loftus Stadium. Sundowns have now won their 12th league title in the PSL. Solo kwafika umndeni wakwaMutsipe kwi-Sundowns inkomisho eshagalolunye legu league. Ibhola laseMzansi libuzwa kubona impela.
Bayamthola khuphuka nayo ibuyiswa sichema sayo lapha eCape Town City inoTerence Mashikho ngehlangothini lesinqele ayibuyisela phezulu koTarik eFilise phakamisa uFilise phezulu emoyeni chulwa nguDaniel hayi khona nangu Daniel Kene senza umchopho
Akuma efaka ibhola ngaphakathi yabethwa ngenhloko lobhola ayikachithwa ayichithi Kaizer Chiefs kuyadlalwa ngoko FNB nansi ibhola ibuyela kwiCape Town City ayinyathela kwitouchline bayihlaba lobhola yabuyela kwakindodi ibinyathela yangena eboxini nansi ingozi yayibetha lobhola yayibeka ngaphakathi emnatheni babini 2 kwagijwa Hoshego
iqhamukana ngcobo lapha uSikhotho Khawulelo Rick Frosler MB kwa-18 emhlabeni we-Cape Town City ngunanke labeka phasi lapho u-18 Khama Billiard yonibuyisa iKaizer Chiefs ngaDumsane Zuma.
Confirmation of the results from the weekend. Impofana, Kaizer Chiefs shaya baqobulo yona Cape Town City ngamabili kwelodwa. Bese TS Galaxy ke namhlanje yana shaya Orlando Pirates kusho ukuthi ke zombini shaya kuleke. What does this mean for the top and the bottom of the Love Baroka FC? Still hanging on by a thread, but it's TS Galaxy in leaps and bounds with 26 points that are getting closer and closer into safety. Not quite Uhuru yet, but they're getting close to it. Let's take a look at the top. And of course, gents, we have to say congratulations. I was asking a highlight to the champions, Sundowns.
Yeah, of course. We want to say congratulations to the Sundowns family, technical team and the players. I mean, 5 in a row. Wow. Plus, the cherry on top in the finals.
Could be a treble.
Yeah. I think congratulations to Mangoba, who's heading that technical team. Congratulations to Mamelodi Sundowns, the players, the technical staff and the management. Well done to Mamelodi Sundowns.
Congratulations. It's a fight for the top 2 now, and how it's going to go down includes these games on Tuesday and Wednesday. Just a pick of those. You've got Sundowns that go to Sekhukhune United. Sekhukhune wanting to get into the top 8. Kaizer Chiefs are at home again against Marumo Gallants. Will they score their second goal in 2022 in this match? We'll have to wait and see. And of course on Wednesday, a pick of those is Chippa and Cape Town City. Games you can look forward to on Tuesday and Wednesday. But Doctor, a lot of people are worried. They're fans. They've been following this game. They've been watching this team for years.
Yeah.
What is going on at Kaizer Chiefs?
Yes, it's a difficult question to answer because we're looking at the Chiefs that has is tunzi. Even abadlali abahloniphayo or abahlonishwe umphakathi. But then you look at why they follow Chiefs. It's because they used to do things that make the supporters smile. But now so kwenzeka izinto ezinye nje uma player akunama results you know kwangathi nje sokuyadlalwa nje because mina la ngihleli khona ngazi Kaizer Chiefs ukuthi kumele mangiyibukela ngimthole u the late Ace Ntsoelengi ngimthole u Teenage Dladla kule qembu ngimthole uSkarathintwa kule qembu uMax Maponyana but okwamanje anyahluleka angeke uthi ungena enkundleni uyiKaizer Chiefs player so zinikele nje uthi sesidliwe no thina sidlala up until the last minute whistle and the minute ungena dressing room ubona le jezi leli ne badge awusicabangeli wena nomndeni wakho supporters main important people and always since I've been at Kaizer Chiefs the chairman will always say you have to win your games in order to put a smile on those supporters.
Doctor, but let's take a look at the state of Kaizer Chiefs at the moment and some of the records that have been broken at Kaizer Chiefs, not in a good way, but in a bad way, which has supporters, which has Dr. Kumalo, Chiefs. Na imidlalo iu4 ilandelana ishaywa iKaizer. Idengangaze yenzakala.
When you're looking at the last 5 results for Kaizer Chiefs, it's winless in the last 5. Only 2 goals that they've scored, 6 goals against, losing 4 and only drawing 1. It's the first time that Kaizer Chiefs loses 4 games in a row. Atazwani is yet to win a game since taking over. And that will be very disappointing for Atazwani. Say 3 games, no games won for Atazwani. Kaizer Chiefs loses 4 in a row. It has never happened. Kaizer Chiefs only managed to score a goal at home this weekend in this year, 2022.
So in the entire of 2022, the games that Kaizer Chiefs have played at home, here's another one. Take a look at that, Dogi. Yeah. For the first time in the history of Kaizer Chiefs, 3 teams have beat them home and away. They're not collecting points at home, they're not collecting points away. Arrows did it, Stellies did it, Royal AM did it.
Yeah, no, and I must say it's very disappointing because Logos Kulumangago actually something esizenzele into enzekile and manje le nto ishoyo ukuthi amaqembu amathathu home and away bashaya Kaizer Chiefs ngoba thina sazi ukuthi noma uthi away but for ukuthi Chiefs go away it's because good paper but we know very well with the support will always
it doesn't matter where they play, no, they're at home.
Usually we stand ukuthi wherever we lay our head that's our home.
Okay, let's zero in on some of the issues. Let's micro zero in on some of the issues that we've seen with Kaizer Chiefs. The first one, this man here, Jabulo Ngob. There was issues when Stuart Baxter was there, and he loudly spoke about where he didn't know where to play him. Hugo Bruce commented to say, but play him where he's been playing, player of the season, blah, blah, blah. 27-year-old, and we saw what happened last week.
Yes.
I think when you look at Jabulo Ngob, I would like to pause it here. Because if you pause it here, you are looking at the options that he has after receiving the ball from the keeper, Peterson. There is no way you can still build from here because when you look at the numbers, there's 3 green shirts against him alone in a black shirt. He can't play the ball back to the keeper. He can't play the ball between the 2 players because he's playing the ball into traffic. The only thing that he can do is hoof the ball forward or take the ball to the side. As you roll it forward, he's trying to find Udoli that is coming short. Good interception by Ukongo, then he's through on goal. There's no way that Njabulo Blom can recover in this moment. Kongo takes the ball, he puts it in the back of the net. He brings Arrows back into the game with that goal. That's the mistake that Ngobo made. And when you look at it also, Dogi, when you highlight
yeah, mawubuka le picture le Pumo ne Andile. Uyabona ukuthi i-coach ye Arrows uphumile ku technical area. The ball is played to Ngobo, but the instruction from the coach uthi press the player on the ball, and look at what they do. They win the ball. Because a coach's influence has made them win Ebola and they scored. Futi, we understand. Mabuti was a striker and Pomoto can allude to this.
He's the man that is saying, now the ball is on the left of Ungobo, he's right-footed. Press him now, they win the ball. And even had that pass gone through, Dolly is coming with a man behind him. Even if you can play that ball to Dolly. If you play the ball to Dolly, they are going to still win the ball. So that is the mistake that he makes. The first mistake that Njabulo makes in this instance, they punish it. He does not only stop there.
I want to ask you both a question after all of this, but let's take a look at what you're speaking about, Pomoto, which is the second one. And as I let you go on about these mistakes, at the end, I want to know, was Stuart Baxter therefore right about Njabulo Ngcobo as we watch the second one?
Masbugala, we're looking at a mistake eyenziwe uNgcobo kusho ukuthi they missed the goal, but when you look at it as a coach, it was nearly a costly mistake. Is the player focused? Is the player have confidence on the day? Is the player
what did you do
a team
wrong
player? Huh?
What did you do wrong?
No, pass my opponent. You can't have the last man
in the position that
the last man, because after him is the keeper in the net. So do we justify Guti the technical team was right to substitute him after the two mistakes? Bas Bonil, clearly mentally something was not right. Then now we look at this situation.
This is after he's substituted, after those two mistakes where he's given the ball away in those positions.
In those positions. Now you look at Coach Arthur, he's extending his hand. So Guti, Mfana Simzin, unlucky, it's all right. But look at Ilontuza. He's not even there.
Dylan Shepherd stands up.
He stands up. But now, we just brushes it off. It's not a firm handshake to accept to go to, you know what? Now let's look at Rollit going forward. Now we are humble, we are Pit dressing room. Now look at Lee Baxter there. Look at the jersey. Hold. Look at now, as a coach, where I'm seated, yes, Njabulo, I don't condone lento ayenzi. But where's the player management in this regard? Umfana inhliziyo yahlutu, ubhlungu ukost club. Then instead of cushioning it, you aggressively pull him. Obviously, he's going to react in this manner, and which is not condoned as ivumeli. But the situation, the emotions, rila angeka control mose a gaming. I've been there, I know it. But that pulling, yes, when the mistake, not a mistake, it's wrong. Ongabambi artist uksheki sande ska Dylan Shepherd. But I thought probably Lee could have probably put the arm as my shoulder and walk with him out. Then see check.
He's not a youngster.
No, he's not a youngster.
He's 27.
Remember that
he has already represented Bafana.
Yes.
This is a man that has won Defender of the Season.
Yes.
So you know that this kind of mistakes will happen. When you get substituted, you don't have to show the whole stadium that you're upset about it. Be disappointed in yourself. But when he does that, he's really showing disrespect in front of the whole stadium that is there.
That I understand.
And that is not right. Lee Baxter trying to reprimand him in front of everyone made the stuff worse. This ball that we are showing now, it's another ball that it's another mistake. Now Ngukado also makes a mistake.
Yes. Similar mistake.
Similar mistake to what Ngcobo did.
So now,
you know if family Ngcobo ithi mahlele ekhaya. Asimlinde bamkhiphe ke uKhadoso.
But isn't the difference the entire game? Because Doctor, like you said, Bambugile, he made the second one, then but he's not in the right space.
When you set precedents, when the mistake, therefore you keep up for the mistake.
No, but listen to what Doggy said.
Okay. When the mistake, they score.
Yeah.
He makes a second mistake. They nearly scored.
Yes.
Then he substituted. So now I'm taking you into Ifemele Ngcobo, where they are sitting and watching the game. Cape Town City against Chiefs. Ukados wins the mistake. Manje, I'm putting my blood Ngcobo on to say, bayazibuza ukuthi owethu umntwana uyenzile iphutha wakhishwa. Now we yenzi iphutha akakhishwa yini yena. So that is being made by uAtazwane in that moment. He needed to manage the situation better.
So you shouldn't have taken him out, is what you're saying.
Somebody from the outside will think, okay, I'm going to take every player out that makes a mistake.
Once again, now, maybe this is an opportunity, Doctor, to educate, even if to say, yes, they took him out, not after the first, not after the second, but after they realized that his head was not in the game.
Yes.
Did Cardoso go on to do the same thing in the game?
Yeah. Well, I understand Nyamuzo Pumuzotini, but then again, let's look at both situations because we need to manage the situation. If we are going to be saying because of a mistake, then clearly we are saying every player ends a mistake. We need to substitute. Like in this instance, it's a give and go. A lesson here, Ngobo, who is supposed to be picking Mashiku is giving Martin a pass in order for them to play a 1-2. Nanga is not marking. Now, Mashiku is advancing inside the box. Ngezane is not putting pressure. And now the player Mashiku is taking a shot. Let's look what the keeper does. Now, it takes a shot, and let's check Ulontos. Yeah, near post. There is no way. That's a difficult position to score from. It's an awkward angle. There, the keeper should have done better by closing the near post. So it's an episode I'm a mistake in. And this regard, Pega Ungezane is going backwards. Two of the defenders, the Kaizer Chiefs, they're not picking anyone. Now, Umashiku, had they put pressure on him, remember in football we're saying the touchline is a defender, because if they squeeze him, then the ball is out of bounds. He wouldn't have any opportunity of shooting. But Minangas
before Pomozo goes through and tells us his stats, is Arthur Zwane the coach and Dylan said the assistant?
I would like to believe with their co-coaching.
Okay.
When you look at Arthur Zwane, he took over when Gavin Hunt left, and he won one game, drew one game. That took them all the way to the final. Now, this season, since he has taken over, he has played 3 games, and yet to win a game. Now, this has caused a little bit of frustration to the Chiefs faithful. Okay. But I'm saying Arthur Zwane has not been given enough opportunity for us to be able to see what Arthur Zwane can do. There is nothing that Arthur Zwane can do in 3 games. Yeah. In 3 games, you cannot change what has been done since the beginning of the season until now. They need to give Arthur Zwane an opportunity until the end of the season. But one thing that he has done is he has come out and said maybe Chiefs does not have the quality that is meant to wear the jersey of Kaizer Chiefs. He said that statement.
He did?
He has come out and said maybe we must start restructuring from the technical team. That was Arthur Zwane's message after the press conference.
More questions that we need to ask ourselves,
Kaizer Chiefs supporters,
include the fact that the man that was reprimanding is Lee Baxter. We know the relationship between, of course, the player and the previous coach. Did that have anything to do with it? And when Arthur Zwane speaks things like what Pumuza is saying now, that perhaps we must look at the players and see, are they Chiefs caliber players? That should leave a lot of question marks on these current players. We'll take a very quick break. When we come back on the other side, there's more football to talk about. Whew, it's hot in the studio.
Vir jaar. Ons gee vir haar 'n lekker party. Sy lyk soos 'n chick wat gehoop het. Die plaas staat sy eie draai by Barnester. I'll organize champagne and cake. Hollywood babes, I'm here.
Join the party of all parties on the season finale of Udoppies.
Yay!
Tuesday, 7:30, SABC2.
When that song kicked off, people were just like, yo, who are these guys?
There's a guy with the trumpet, there's a white guy singing in closer.
I would be singing, no woman, no cry, and then ba-da-ba-ba-da. It was just random. And
did magic. Completely like 360 change.
And then they announced Mikasa, and we were like, and I just remember, none of us even thought.
We were stopping radio stations saying, no, we're not pushing that song. They're like, no, guys, it's not our fault that you guys are making good music.
I'm going to say what my mother said when I brought him home. He said, my son has come back.
Just before I got married, I think that's when we lost touch or contact on Mondays.
Manje sise-Orange Farm. Let's see how she takes it. Namanje sase-Yellow Bone.
Reconnecting, reuniting and rekindling. Metro Madala, Friday 8:30 on 2.
It's the moment we've all been waiting for. This is the American Bible Challenge. Winning musical co-host, Mr. Kurt Franklin.
Wait till you see what we do to the competition.
Watch out, Jeff, because we're gonna sashay that money right off the stage.
You ready for this?
Today we're gonna play a set called BB King of Kings.
We call this next game Scripture Prescriptions. This next game is Yahweh or no way. Barefoot ambassadors.
Esther?
Esther is absolutely wrong.
Put your knowledge to the test with a brand new season of the American Bible Challenge every Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m. on SABC2.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown. And no one understands this better than our very own African champ that enters the football pitch. The champion. The one that celebrates in victory with pride and also loses with honor. The one that never surrenders and never backs down. The entertainers, the crowd pleasers, the counter-attackers and the shot stoppers. It's the magnificence of our champions, handmade and crafted on our beautiful African soil.
Gets the ball into the back of the net, they take the...
Witness the triumph of the 2021-2022 Total Energies CAF Champions League and CAF Confederations Cup. Live on SABC Sport channels, SABC TV channels, and SABC radio stations in your language of choice. This season, we are #Crowning Champions, and we love it here. Proudly brought to you by SABC Sport.
The real reigning champions of the Nedbank Cup, a 10-man Maruma Gallants stood up and were counted as they advanced to the final. Emva kokuthi banqobe ngegoli elodwa eqandeni baqondene nayo iChakuma Chabazibandila. Ebahlabane bantwa ithole igoli phakathi kwesibambe sesibili. Umkhonto wagwaza ekhaya ngekathi ibhola likaKhiba lishaya umpetha yabhakuzi nethi. The treble dream team is on for Mamelodi Sundowns emva kokuthi inqobe ngamagoli amabili kwelodwa against Royal AM in the Nedbank Cup semi-final. Mr. Kiyona ngokwakhe Aubrey Modiba ushaye phakathi unyazi lwe-free kick kwisibambe sesibili waphosa Postman. Kodwa imzuzu eyishumi emva kwalokho the hosts were back on level terms and it was a well-worked goal from the veteran utility player Thabo Festival Matlaba that beat Dennis Onyango. The Sundowns tactical masterclass saw them clinching the game in the 75th minute. It was the pressing trap sent by the frontline attack that benefited the team as Pavel Safranco netted the winner to send the Brazilians to a final on the 28th of May against the defending champions Maruma Gallants. It will all go down in Rustenburg.
Play the ball out from the back, the new trend in football. Hayi yabashaya abaningi asibuke ke imidlalo econfenyiwe ke sibonile Maruma Gallants ihlulana neChakuma khona umdlalo othole i-red card la uzotshela ubuyile ukuthi ulideserve enzani. Royal AM and Mamelodi Sundowns working hard. Lana Mukwana saying this is the best tactical he's ever seen Sundowns in this game. I can't wait to have him on Metro FM Sport on Wednesday to talk about that. Sundowns and Maruma Gallants on Saturday, the 28th. That's the big final. Sundowns, of course, they might see themselves winning a treble. Pumozo, nani gogi keep and jambula niti double treble yenzeke kunina ngale yaminyaka 2010, 2011, 2012. Sundowns ngayiphinda lona bayenza nje bake bayenza.
I think when you're looking at the trebles in South Africa, Pirates has got the history of having back-to-back trebles. Luckily, Khwati will always tell you that his biceps are made from lifting trophies. You go to Mamelodi Sundowns team, where Hlompo Kekane, our colleague now at the SABC, also tells you how he lifted the 3 trophies under Pitso Msimane. Yeah. They've lifted 2 already now this season. You're looking at the Nedbank Cup. It's only Dan Malisela standing in front of Mamelodi Sundowns in terms of that the treble that Dan Malisela has gotten. You know,
well, you speak about Dan. It's not only as a coach. When
you're looking at Sundowns getting a treble, this is the only man that is standing in front of them with Maruma Gallants in the final. Dan Malisela has won many trophies with Orlando Pirates and also with Mamelodi Sundowns. He has won the Nedbank Cup before in 2019 as an underdog when he was still in the Glad Africa with TS Galaxy, beating Kaizer Chiefs. Now, he is an underdog. No,
it's a fact. This is history.
He is an underdog again in this final. So he did well before as an underdog against Kaizer Chiefs. He's an underdog again. What will he do?
Can he beat Sundowns?
Only if he prepares properly. But I know Guti, he's a good coach. I mean, all of us, we never thought Guti, he will take this team to the final, or probably even move them out of the relegation zone. He has done very well. Yeah, he has done
that's the coach that's been able to do all of that. And in order to do that, of course, Royal AM had to beat Sundowns for him to face up with them. But it wasn't to be. It was Sundowns that beat Royal AM.
When you're looking at the move, what I love about the move is Andile Jali being instrumental in this move. Andile Jali getting into the final third. Andile Jali being able to give the secondary assist. That is Andile Jali that is running into space. He's on the ball now. Look at that pass to find Safranco. But when the ball goes to Maema, you'd bet your house on it for him to hit target. He takes too long. He takes an extra touch, which I think takes him away from goal. He's leaning back when he connects with that ball. And that is the mistake that is made. But in that move, the thing that I love, Andile Jali getting in the final third, that's where you want Andile Jali in midfield for Mamelodi Sundowns, influencing the offensive attack for Mamelodi Sundowns.
The hardest working player in that Sundowns team at the moment, one man of the match for Mdlalo wakhe lapha ke simbone suka le emuva. Hayi ke sesibajwayele ngama free kick to.
Yeah, sibajwayele but asibukisise kahle le free kick le. Well taken, but ibhola li penetrate kanjani iwall ngoba according to
deflection there.
But bongamela kube ne deflection because the wall is there to protect the side the keeper engekho kuyo. If you look at it there, yeah, deflector, then so that means it was open because the four Sundowns players are in front of the wall. Real AM there, as you can see by a mover to their left. Now this is planned a training, but as you can see, I hlangananga le wall lana. It had a deflection. Because abahlangananga, there is no way kuzoba ne coach ezokutshela ukuthi the minute bashaya ball nigoba onenze. No, you have to stand still, and I've never had many player ebathi blow a ball.
When you're looking at this move, this is the mistake that takes Royal AM out. And in this moment, I want you to pause it there because the ball is in between the two players now. Let's look at Safranco, let's look at Tembazwani, and on the far, that is Peter Shalulile. Peter Shalulile starts the pressing. This is the pressing trap. And when you roll it, you're going to see that as soon as the ball goes back to Nyame, when he controls it, there, pause it there. He has controlled the ball now. So you know that Nyame has got the time. He can still clear the ball up front. Yes. He can clear the ball over the head of Safranco. You need to clear here because the pressure is coming. But what tricks him is the pace of Shalulile in closing the ball. When you roll it, you're going to see that Shalulile gets there as quick as possible. He's quick. Takes away the space and time, wins the ball, gives an opportunity to Safranco to then put the ball in the back of the net. Ricoto and Nyame. This is a game-costing mistake that they make. I'm including the two players because, yes, Ricoto should have known better because when Nyame plays the ball back to Ricoto, Ricoto msendela I hospital pass. There is no more time. Good pressing from Shalulile, good anticipation from Musa Franco, and that's how Mamelodi Sundowns goes through to the final with that pressing trap that they've set, and it worked well.
Dunga, we're seeing a lot of teams trying and attempting to do this. I mean, when we're speaking about the global matters, when we're speaking about, it's an attempt to build from the back.
Yeah, of course, it's an attempt to build. How they wanted to build, wrong. How can a keeper be the one that initiates it? Inside the 6-yard area, not inside the 18, 6. Inside the 6-yard area, 6. And looking at a trap, the Sundowns, know your opponents. Who doesn't know Guti Shalulile on the speed?
Yeah.
Obviously, you know on the speed.
Well, let's move on now to the other matches, Chakuma versus Gallants here. And of course, this match ended 1-0. Take a look at that.
I thought that was the best chance. And if TTM were to score in this game, it will be through a set play. Manzini, we know the power that he generates. Uramushosho ono mangaza, nichiko seza. Nichiko seza nela bora oirwa. Nichiko seza goalkeeper ya marumo ene pala ndovu. O save wape zinga pala. Doto panga nete. Nichiko lira. Nga mukwa we, Rulani Manzini obo irwa. Ina power ngayo. Anga sifari.
Into at least.
Yeah, no, too much. I mean, again, there we go now with Marumo on attack on the left-hand side. They can't because they've overloaded the right-hand side. Now, what they do now, they rotate the ball. Now, rotation of the ball made them to do this. But again, TTM, they went open enough in order for them to be able to deal with the rotation of the ball. There, I mean, it was just a thank you very much goal. Because as you can see, he was not trying to score. Begatu uilala between the defense and the keeper. But sometimes in football, we are
when you're looking at the ball rotation from Marumo, that was the key. Moving them from a pressure area on the left-hand side, rotating the ball to the right-hand side. No anticipation from TTM. They reacted. They didn't anticipate. When the ball goes to Kiva, he's trying to play a first-time cross. It deflects off Umpeta into the back of the net. So you need to give credit to say, Dendens Malisela kept the position with a purpose, and it resulted in them getting the goal.
Right, I've got to go now because the referee has been looking at two matches and both of them coming from those two games. But
yeah,
my mics are falling here. But why had a lump? This is one that we've been talking about. It looked like a clear Sundowns in the Nedbank semi-final here against Royal AM. It looked like a clear penalty to me.
Well, Andile, let's look at the incidents. Jongu Tukwenzegalan. Siabona la Sundowns in possession, Yahlasela 3v3. Quite clearly a foul is committed. Now we need to see Kuti Kwenzegalan. Referee is there, no coach is inquiring fourth official Kuti, hey, are you penalty lane? Let's look at the incident. We see referee coming back, marking position, but we will see Kuti Kwenzegalan. We think anticipation and reading referee was not the best on the day. As you can see the challenge, if you look at the referee la ikhona akakwazi ubona kahle incident pha kanti ke kunalama players la ablocker iview yakhe, so that could have affected his vision. But if you look at the incident quite clearly inside the penalty area, it's a penalty. But we also need to look why referee eye wamuva emveni kwale incident. You can see again
so that's where the incident takes place. So that's very clearly what you're saying about
penalty. And then you look at assistant Naye is looking at the offside line. Some people went to consult to check Kutiena and sorry, Angibonanga. And you can't blame him because he was watching the offside line. And unfortunately, referee now had to make that decision. Unfortunately, this time it was a wrong decision.
So when it's like this, he bases that decision on what? The most comfortable one, the one that doesn't get the most danger, because the penalty would have been a huge turner.
You remember, penalty decision and are game-changing decisions, but it's important to make sure that whatever decision is correct, you're making is correct. La, unfortunately, referee anticipation imshayile akakwazi ukwenza decision right.
The other one, the semi-final again, Chakuma versus Gallants here, 80th minute here. And red card is given to a player who's already leaving the field.
Already left the field.
What did he say?
Yeah. What's strong la andile? Ball goes out of play. Referee Abongile Tom stops the game. Signals for substitution. Kumalo, number 30, was ready to take the field. Waiting for the other player to leave the field. Utladiso leaves the field, Kumalo takes the field. Now substitution procedure is completed. Tladisa in the process commits an offense. We will show the offense which leads to him given a red card by referee Abongile Tom. Yeah.
Question so Tladisa gets the red card, he's leaving, but he's already out.
Yeah, he's already out.
So what happens to the player coming in? Does he then have to leave the field?
No, because the procedure, the substitution procedure was already completed at the time he commits the offense. So hence that player could not be taken out. You can see they moving in front of the opponent. Then he turns around, look at the referee using foul and abusive language. You can see it, and that's what gets him the red card. Questionate discipline, you need cool heads. The team is leading, and he should have behaved differently.
All right, so that's it. Two decisions that we saw being made there. The ref says in the first one, perhaps they weren't correct, but in the second one here, very deserved red card. MVP, have you been voting? Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll talk with check knife. Where's the check knife?
Risk everything, fear nothing, no regrets. Play hard or don't play at all, and rise to the top. Catch the finest of local talent in the Heritage Rugby, Saturdays at 3 p.m. live on SABC Sport on DTT Channel 4, OpenView 124, and also available on Telkom 1.
Mapungubwe really is important for future generations, because we learn trade out of Mapungubwe, the gold and so forth. We owe everything to our ancestors.
In knowing who we are and where we come from lies a golden treasure.
They did not want anyone.
Pay attention to your totems, pay attention to your clan praises, because they say a lot about where you come from, that what you think you are. You are African before Umxhosa. You are African before Mopedi. You are African before you are all of those things.
Mapungubwe, Echoes in the Valley. Wednesday evenings at 10:30 on SABC2.
I don't want anything from you, just shelter for the night. You'll have noticed it's dangerous outside.
We shouldn't be taken in strays. You can't keep us in here forever.
Is that a fact?
You're gonna wish you'd never done this. Only by then it'll be too late.
The Tribe. Monday and Tuesday, 4:30, SABC2.
Wat's die okasie is 'n splinternuwe skitterblink reeks op SABC2 wat partytjies hou vir ons land se nommer 1 persoonlikhede met die hulp van 'n span kundiges.
Dis so lekker om 'n nuwe program te hê. Wat's die okasie?
Jy wil nie hierdie mis nie. Welkom.
Ja, Chase is al die B-straight van die dal af, meisie.
Ons is nou amper reg die show, maar kan nie vir julle enigiets meer wys nie. Let's go.
Ag, hierdie dress-up partytjie val so reg in my kraal, is om myself in drag te sit.
Weens die pandemie kry ek en my man Ashley uiteindelik die kans om ons troue te vier.
These special days is the opportunity to really just say thank you.
Ek kan nie my dogter op die dag sonder haar voorstel nie.
Definitief vandag vir my 'n highlight was om my maandpa hierso te sien.
Dit is tyd om ons land se mense te vier, mooi te maak en te kuier saam met ons familie en vriende. Kyk, wat's die okasie? Elke Dinsdag aand om 7:00 op SABC2.
Starts Tuesday, the 3rd of May.
The City of Johannesburg registered their second win of the season in the Hollywood Better Super League as they beat rookies Vasco da Gama 3-1 at the Tshwane University of Technology. EUJ isithole phambili ngegoli lika Amanda Mthandi nowaphiliseka nzima kakhulu ama-defenders awayo iVasco da Gama. Kuthe nje imzuzu eyishumi emva kwalokho iVasco netted the equalizer. It was a great through ball coming from the midfield by former Banyana Banyana goalkeeper Roxanne Barker, and Astria Box did the rest from a tight angle. Midway through the second half, Tubelihle Shamase, she restored the lead for UJ with a well-executed bicycle kick from a corner kick. The Orange Army was flying once again. Uthenje umdlalo soyophela labuya futhi ke iqembu lika legend Anna Monati, umdlali omuhle on the right channel egijima kahle uKabelo Mokoena wafaka igoli lesithathu le UJ 3-1 it ended. After putting aside the difficulties of the opening weekend, reigning champions Mamelodi Sundowns were back to show their class as they humiliated Golden Ladies 11-0 in the second game played at TUT. It was the veteran Banyana player Andisiwe Mgcoyo who had finished last season as a joint top goal scorer, tied on 26 with another veteran campaigner in JVW's Mpumi Nyandeni. She opened a goal-scoring account in style this week. Mgcoyo uvalele amagoli amane phakathi kulomdlalo, amathathu ewethola kusibombe esokuqala. Usebenzise isipiliyoni nobuhlakani bakhe ukuthola lamagoli. Despite scoring only one goal, player of the match Rhoda Mulaudzi was instrumental in this victory and deserved her accolade. Newly signed superstar from Vasco da Gama, Mishe Minis, continued with her scoring spree at her new club. Her brace in this game taking her tally to 3 goals in the tournament so far. What a victory for the defending champions. It continued to rain goals in the Hollywood Beta Super League this past weekend as the last game of Week 2 between Tshwane University of Technology and newly promoted City Lads from Gqeberha produced a 10-goal thriller, with the hosts winning ngabagoli ayisikhombisa kwamathathu. It was another veteran Banyana campaigner, Busisiwe Ndimeni, who showed the importance of experience in this game. This as she scored a brace in the first half, with the hosts going to the half-time break leading by 5-1. ITUT negcine seyithola indawo yesibili ngesizini edlule, ibidlala umdlalo wayo wokuqala kule season, kanti futhi isinomqeqeshi omusha uLucky Sibiya. Abantase uNwabise Kholisi noAndisiwe Ndesi bazamile ukuveza isidima seCity Lads ngamagoli wabo, but it was the quality of the likes of Ntsweng, Shabane, Thunya kanye futhi noVilakazi. It was just too much and too good on the day.
Besimangele sonke sibone iMamelodi Sundowns ke indlela bedlale ngayo kwi game day 1 ukuthi awu yashaya amagoli amancane kaka hayi yabuya ke nayo ke Sundowns ladies ke sonke isishaya 11 iGolden Ladies ingakwazi ukuphendula. That's ukuthi ke hayi cha sayilona iqembu besiyilona. Let's take a look at the Golden Ladies. Of course, after conceding the 11 against Sundowns, they conceded another 2 in their first game, making them bottom team there. Sundowns, they're flying high.
They're flying high, and one of our MVP, that is Rhoda Mulaudzi, she was man of the match in the Mamelodi Sundowns game. And if you're still voting, please vote for Rhoda Mulaudzi.
Take a look at that. TUT, Sundowns. These are teams, and I know TS Galaxy with Team Suggers as well. These are teams with women's teams. Beautiful to see. University of Johannesburg there with Bloemfontein Celtic. It's good to see Bloemfontein Celtic in some sort of form. Right, we're going to take a very quick break. When we come back on the other side, it's time to wrap it up. We've got the Mumish coming up. Singakafiki lapho kodwa ke eJarmani seyiphelile league kodwa ke kusadlala ngoba safuna ukubona ukuthi obani abazothola isikhundla sokudlala iChampions League.
He's been on the same path as Jadon Sancho, left Manchester City to join Borussia Dortmund, a teenage Englishman. And a decent cross. Oh, what a start! Sebastian Polter strikes first on Derby Day. Well, that's a lovely ball over the top. And the touch from Asano's taking him a bit wide. It was a gorgeous ball to pick him out. And a chance here. Oh, wow! What a finish! Gerrit Holtmann and Bochum are in dreamland. His arm is a long way from his body there, isn't it? Yeah. Robert Hartmann's had a look. Robert Hartmann says penalty. Can he defy Erling Haaland? No, he can't. And this incredible start to this Ruhr derby continues.
To me, this is more penalty than the first situation because, you know, it was a little...
They're wrestling, and he does hit it with the arm.
Exactly.
He does flip the ball up with the arm. Penalty. Haaland against Riemann again, and Haaland is the winner again. His 20th Bundesliga goal. That's a nice ball to find Royce. Great cross, and he has got the hat-trick in front of the yellow wall. Something to play for here. Pantovic's cross. Oh, that's brilliantly brought down. What a goal! That is a fantastic strike. That's a great run by Bochum, and the cross deflected. What did that hit? What did that hit? Is it going to be handball? Referee points to the spot. Can you believe this? Can he score a famous goal in Bochum's history? Yes, he can. And Bochum fans might talk about this game for years to come.
A 7-goal thriller that sees a hat-trick from that man there. Harlan, what does it look like at the bottom? Of course, you do have Fürth that are sitting on 18 points there, all done and dusted, all gone. Bielefeld, Stuttgart and Berlin in the bottom 4. Teams that you wouldn't want to see here, like the likes of Mönchengladbach. We know them, of course, from Champions League football. Frankfurt from Champions League football find themselves in the bottom half. Bayern Munich, with games to spare, have already wrapped up the Bundesliga. Dortmund there that you just saw now in 63 points in the second position, and they'll be keeping that and playing Champions League football. MVP, we've asked you to vote for your favorite player. We'll get to that in just a bit. But remember that we do show you German football, the Bundesliga, here on SABC. And of course, this Saturday you can join Usizwe as we give you Hoffenheim versus Leverkusen. It's the MVP. We asked you guys to vote for your favorite of the 3 players from the week that was. Andy Lechadi, of course, is one of those players. Rota Mlaudzi. Pomozo says, please vote for Rota. And Philip as well. Undlondlo.
The lights come on and flash.
What they need most of all, Jenny, is some luck.
And action got underway, but look at this card. It's a very different and challenging role.
Oh, Taylor's rolled!
W-Series, the world's first female-only racing series.
This time it supports the global circus of Formula One.
And we go green, very good start. Price goes to the inside too. It's a historic day for Porsche as they take their first Formula E win.
Greatest Dancer Studio.
Dancers from all over the country, of any age or dance style, are getting ready for the biggest audition of their lives. And it starts here, in the Greatest Dancer Studios. But this is an audition and a studio like no other.
If you're ready, heart is open, I'll be waiting, come find me.
Because voting from behind the mirror is an audience deciding their fate. Can the dancers win 75% of their vote and open the mirror? The Greatest Dancer, Sunday 6:30, only on 2.
Mzansi football is about to change forever.
Football is freedom. Let's just go there and enjoy ourselves. Let's play. There's nothing impossible. We just go there and win the game.
Crunching tackles and lightning pace have a new face. Istende, Zamaya, and Ishibobo will be executed with perfection. Tactics will come alive with excellence and precision, just by the players you're yet to meet. Our names will be known from KwaZulu to the Free State. Our names will be praised from the Table Mountain to the hills of Venda. Because this time around, we, the women of Mzansi, take to the field. We're taking Idisti to new heights. Our home is football, and we love it here.
Double save! A double save!
Catch all the action of the Hollywood Bets Super League live on SABC 1, S3, DTT, and also available on Telkom 1. SABC Sport is the home of football.
Well, there it is. Andy Lechadi winning this by a landslide, really. 75%. Pomozo Zamele umpusha Rota kodwa ke azange phumelele. Andy Lechadi at the moment.
Yeah, one of the instrumental players go Sundowns, and you know what? I was happy to see Guti Sega Kulile, by captain sometimes, and he makes things happen at Sundowns. You know, this is the kind of a leadership that we need in most of the teams.
Right, let's move on now. Angela Chari, take a look at that. That was just class a little bit earlier there. We saw that. We move on. Playing from the back. Talking about he's about to go to the Mumish. He's got to spell Here's our Mumish. So we're seeing it together for the first time.
Ijalo, comanda. Ay, wala ko. Wasad. Oh, come on. Ash. That's true. Come on. You can't do that, coach. Go ahead and shake the hand off, coach. Come on. You can't do that. Keep on. I don't know. But why?
I take the responsibility, as the coach. Maybe I could have taken other decisions.
No. The boys must put up their socks. Ay,
Petro de Luanda take on Wydad Casablanca in the CAF Champions League semi-final. Saturday, 7th of May, of course, is going to be live. Right for you on SABC 1. I need to breathe. Bayern Leverkusen and Hoffenheim. This is live on Saturday at 3:30. Join Caesar and the gang as they bring that match there. Tsunami Queens, Vasco da Gama in a double header on Sunday, TUT, and of course UWC Football Club as well. Ali Tripoli and Orlando Pirates, of course, Pomozo and his Buccaneers are there. Togi, all right?
Yeah, no, right.
For my team, there he is. It's Pomozo Bonanza, Togi. Of course, no Pepper. You can catch them on Soccerzone Extra. That is the podcast that keeps giving. We out of here on Metro FM tomorrow for the first time. It's Metro FM Sports with Andile. History is being made a little bit every single day. Pella. And so, me.
Hello and welcome to the Match Extra as we prepare for the most significant Merseyside derby in many a year, with Liverpool chasing the title.